throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Derrick Henry with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
Here's Hardy set to return. Oh, look at the juke.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the counter, here's Kamara.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns and a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Coup for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. Going up top for Kupp. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff. And what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on second and long. Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. On the return, Hardy. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On third down, Wilson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
58, boys, 58, smart. Gotta do better.
Play action, now it's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, it's Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A handoff running left, Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Wright's got it. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On play action, here's Tua, rolling to his right. He completes it to Henry. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 3. Trouble, 38. Shoot. Check, smash. Ready.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
58, boys, 58. Smart. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Kamara gets it again on second down. Skirts by him at the 35. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Tua now on 1st down. Steps away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. That's now his 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
10 cycles. Ready, go.
Henry out of the pistol. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Henry up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 75. And the Jets have retaken a third-quarter lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bengals have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. It's complete, and he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night in the improv and you run into a tough crowd.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua sliding out of the pocket. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll run it again with Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again to Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. It's complete. Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Wilson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get...
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing now is Wilson. Rolling to his right. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. From the 6. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, That can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Jets,
it's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. He ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends, cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Nobody really cares.
somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me, they cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spitting flows? Been weighing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We could take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode.